Welcome to this X8R video demonstrating the install of our Nissan Qashqai Tailgate replacement clips. You can see here on this vehicle, it is a very common fault for this rear tailgate handle to fail, making it extremely difficult to open the boot. The small clips within the handle which fasten it to the metal of the car snap and the tailgate handle disconnects, as shown here. You can see here the location where the clips sit. These have snapped on the vehicle, causing the fault. You can see here our replacement clips. These are designed to fit the original handle. These are fastened securely in place and allow you to reuse your old tailgate handle without having to purchase a whole new handle. It's also beneficial as you don't have to get a colour match if purchasing a new handle. You can see here how our clips fit. They fit the original handle and align so that you get the perfect fit. You can see here how they orientate. The first step is to remove the old handle. We suggest holding this in place with some tape. Then, on the inside of the vehicle, remove the plastic trim. This will just pop out. You can see here the location of the lugs. If you lever them from behind the plastic, these lugs will pop out and you can remove the plastic trim. Once you have removed this, you will be able to see the nuts which retain the handle in place from the rear. There are 5 nuts that need to be removed and a plastic grommet to allow removal. You can see here the nuts that need removing. There are 2 in this location. There is one on this far left-hand side. Next to this sits the black grommet, which we will remove. And there are 2 in the centre section, which you can just about see here. And you can see those here in more detail. So, there are 5 nuts that need removing and a grommet that needs pushing out. To remove the plastic grommet, there are 2 tabs either side. These need pushing in, then the grommet can be pushed through. You can either do this with a flat-bladed screwdriver, a pair of forceps or some long-nosed pliers. Once these are pressed, you will be able to push this grommet through. This is the final step in removing the handle. From the exterior of the vehicle, remove the tape which was holding the handle in place and carefully move the handle away. Some of the screws may be loose where they are no longer connected to the retainers on the handle. Just be sure not to lose these when removing the handle, as we will need these for reinstall. You can see here one of the screws which is no longer attached because the plastic has snapped. Remove the bulbs from the number plate lights. These twist and remove. Turn them left and they pull out of position. There is one on either side. Then you need to remove this connector. This slides out of position, sliding to the left. You then disconnect this connection by using a flat-bladed screwdriver and prising this gently out of position. You can see here how this fits together. You can then remove the handle from the vehicle. Again, take note to retain all the screws and the plastic grommets. You can see here where the original retainers have snapped off. Again, there will be 5 screws in total and the plastic grommet. You can see here where the original lugs have broken and snapped off, causing the faults. You just need to remove any residual parts of these clips. You can either snap these off with a plier or you can cut these off with a Dremel tool. You want to make sure that all parts of this plastic are removed and that there's nothing sitting proud that will inhibit the install of our new clips. So, line up our new clips. These will sit snugly in position so you can locate these easily. They have a small cutout to allow them to be positioned easily. You can now fasten these with acetone. This allows us to melt a small part of the plastic on the rear of the handle and also the ABS plastic which our part is made of. This is great as it allows them to bond very strongly together, far better than any glue. So, we need to brush away at the rear of the handle. Brush quite firmly until you can feel the plastic loosening. You need to take care at this stage not to smash any of the acetone on the front of the handle, as this will cause damage. We then repeat this for the rear of our new part, again pressing hard until you can feel the plastic start to melt or solidify. Again, locate this back into position. You then need to fasten this securely whilst it dries. We use clamps here, but you can alternatively use a G-clamp or a similar tool for fastening this securely together. Once these are fastened, you just need to wait an hour or two for the plastic to fully fuse, and then we can remove these clamps. Whilst the clamps are in place, we can add a bit more acetone just around the edges of the part, again to ensure that this is fusing well together. Repeat this process for the other side of the handle, again on the handle itself and on our part, and attach clamps to secure into position. So, leave this for an hour or two and then you can proceed with the rest of the install. You can see here the clamps are removed and the plastic has successfully fused and is permanently attached to the rear of the handle. Then reinstall the screws. These will slide into place and click when they are fully engaged. So, starting on the left-hand side, we insert the screw and then the plastic grommet. Moving across the centre section, if these plastic parts are still in situ and have not snapped, insert the 2 screws into these 2 centre retainers. If they have snapped, don't worry, as the retainers either side will be sufficient. On the final 2, repeat the process and click the final 2 into position. Then refit the electronics to the vehicle. Push fit this connector back together and slide into position on the handle. Reinstall the number plate bulbs. Push these in and twist right to click into position. Repeat this for both sides. Making sure the wires are centralized and are not trapped in the handle, push the handle back into position. It will require some pressure on the left-hand side to engage that plastic grommet. Once this is done, just tape this gently in position. This just makes reinstall easier from the inside of the vehicle. Then, from the inside of the vehicle, refasten the 5 nuts, or as many as you can. Again, 2 on the right side, two in the centre, and the one on the far left. Tighten these with a 10mm socket. You don't need to put too much pressure on these, just enough to tightly pull the handle into position. Take the tape off the tailgate handle, and this completes the install. You can see here the handle is successfully reinstalled and firmly attached to the boot, curing the previous faults. Thank you for watching this X8R video. If you have any questions, you can contact us on 01843 446643, or you can email us at sales@x8r.co.uk. Thank you.